Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Kenny. And this is WMRB News.
First we have Kenny with an interview with Mrs. Miller.
Then we got Andrew, D-Day.
Next, Owen with football, the Houston Texans.
After that, we have Ryan with Marcus Rashford.
Up next is Jackson with the Apple iPhone 11.
Next was Ethan, Shea Weber, the hockey player.
Last but definitely not least, Nathan with basketball. Alright, let's hand it over to Kenny with an interview with Mrs. Miller.
Thanks, Andrew. Hi, I'm Carrick Mason, and today I'm going to interview Miss Katie Miller. Mrs. Miller is a 4th and 5th grade guidance counselor at my Thornton School here in Londonderry. Hello, Miss Miller. I'm happy that you're here with us today. I got some questions for you if you don't mind.
That sounds great.
What influenced you to become a guidance counselor?
Well, I've always liked working with kids and having fun with them, but I knew I never wanted to be a teacher because I'm not too crazy about math, so I thought being a guidance counselor would be a perfect fit.
What experience do you need to become a guidance counselor?
To be a guidance counselor, you need to get a bachelor's degree, which is 4 years of college, and then you have to complete a master's degree program, which is at least another 2 years.
What do you see as a main role for a guidance counselor?
I think a main role for what I do is just helping kids feel happy and safe at school so that they can learn.
What does your typical day look like?
Typical day is very busy. I don't sit down very much. So I teach a lot of classes, and then I spend time working with kids in small groups on coping skills, friendship skills, and anything else that might come up.
How do you deal with most problems?
With most problems, if it's two kids having a problem together, I like for us to all sit down together so everyone has a chance to talk about their perspective on what the problem is.
Okay. How many years have you worked at my Thornton? Have you ever worked anywhere else?
I have. So I've been at Matthew Thornton for the last 12 years, but I've also worked at 3 other schools in different parts of New Hampshire.
If you could choose a different job, what would you choose?
Ooh, if I could choose a different job, what would I choose? I would probably want to be a world traveler. That sounds pretty cool.
Thanks, Miss Miller. Back to you in the studio.
I think Kenny had some great questions for Mrs. Miller.
Yeah, now let's hand over to Andrew, D-Day.
Thanks, Kenny. D-Day was a very important day. It was the start of the Allies winning World War II. The reason the Allies, the US, Canada, and the British, were fighting the Axis powers, Nazi Germany, Japan, and Italy, was because the leader of the Axis, Adolf Hitler, attacked Poland. Also known as the invasion of Normandy, or Operation Overlord, D-Day, meaning Doomsday, happened on June 6, 1944. When 850,000 men and 150,000 vehicles landed in Normandy, a region in France. While the U.S. was taking out Omaha and Utah beaches, the British and Canada were taking out beaches Gold, Juno, and Sword. Over 23,000 men landed on Utah Beach, the westernmost of the assault beaches. Utah Beach was lightly defended, unlike Omaha Beach, which was the most heavily defended of the assault areas, and casualties were higher than any other beaches. According to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the importance of this mission was incredible. He said, "With thy blessing we shall prevail over the unholy forces of our enemy. Help us to conquer the apostles of greed and racial arrogances. Lead us to the saving of our country and with our sister nations into a world unity that will spell a sure peace. A peace invulnerable to the schemings of unworthy men, and a peace that will let all of men live in freedom, reaping the just rewards of their honest toil." He clearly made us think hard about the men and women that would struggle on D-Day, but they still didn't give up because they wanted to save our country and our freedom. So while you're enjoying your freedom, think hard about the men and women that made it possible for you. Back to you in the studio.
Was D-Day really that important?
Well, I guess Franklin Delano Roosevelt really made it clear.
Now to Owen with football, the Houston Texans.
Thanks, Kenny. Do you like football? If you do, who's your favorite team? Do you know anything about your favorite team's history? I like the Houston Texans. Here's their story. The Houston Texans were founded by Bob McNair on October 6, 1999. They were one of the newer expansion teams in the NFL. But even though they were founded in 1999, they had not played their first game until 2002. That makes them the newest team in the NFL. Believe it or not, they did almost not get accepted in the NFL because of the NFL's history in that city. The Houston Oilers once occupied the NFL's rights in Houston. Even though the Texans have a short history in the NFL, they have already produced Hall of Fame type players like Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller, and of course J.J. Watt. According to 24/7 Sports, One of J.J. Watt's favorite quotes is, "Success isn't owned, it's leased, and rent is due every day." It's that kind of leadership that has made the Texans a household name. My favorite player from the Texans' history does not play on the Texans anymore, but he used to. It's Ryan Griffin. He is one of my favorite players because he went to Londonderry High School in my hometown of Londonderry, New Hampshire. This season, the Texans went 10-6 and made it all the way to the playoffs. They won their first game against the Buffalo Bills and advanced to the divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs. They took the lead early and looked like they were going to win, but they were soon overtaken late in the third quarter and lost 31-51. While they did not make the Super Bowl this year, they continue to get better and more entertaining to watch. Back to you in the studio.
The Texans are pretty good, but I'll stick with the Patriots.
Did you know that they play football in England too?
Yes, we call it soccer. Here's Ryan to talk about Manchester United.
Thanks, Andrew. Manchester United is an English football team. We call it soccer in the U.S. Their team is located in Manchester, England. They are one of the most successful football clubs around the world. Fans from all around the globe tune in to watch their favorite team and favorite player. Mine goes by the name Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford was born on October 31st, 1997. He weighs 154 pounds and is 5'11". Marcus Rashford is one of the youngest players in the league, only at age 23. This season, he has 14 goals in 22 games. Marcus Rashford is my favorite player because he has good footwork and he isn't selfish. Soccer players can sometimes act selfish because they want to score, not Marcus. He passes a lot and his teammates return the favor. That kind of teamwork and unselfishness is something I really admire. Back to you in the studio.
Marcus Rashford sounds like a really good teammate.
He is. Kenny, you're a pretty good teammate too. Great job so far on this newscast.
Thanks, Andrew. You're pretty good too.
Now let's kick it out to Jackson for info on the iPhone 11.
Thank you, Andrew. The iPhone 11 was released on September 20th, 2019. There are two other phones related to the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. They are all great phones and the prices start at $700, $1,000, and $1,449. The new iPhone 11 includes 3 cameras. One of those cameras has a night mode that triggers automatically and brightens up the pictures in the dark. Another camera makes it look like a professional took the pictures and videos. The final camera is where you can choose to zoom in or zoom out. Another feature it has is the selfie slow-mo. The iPhone 11 has a 5.8-inch screen. It is very light, weighing in at about only 6 ounces. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, that's pretty expensive.
No doubt, but it seems to have a lot of features.
Do you have a favorite hockey team?
Yes, the Bruins.
Let's shoot it over to Ethan and learn about Shea Weber.
Thanks, Kenny. Shea Weber is the captain for the Montreal Canadiens and is 6'4" tall and weighs 230 pounds. He was born in British Columbia, Canada, and his salary is $12 million a year. He currently wears number 6 for the Canadiens. Shea has competed in the NHL since 2003, when he was drafted by the Nashville Predators. He was traded to Montreal in 2016 for superstar PK Subban. Shea has also competed in the Olympics for Team Canada. He has 2 Olympic gold medals from 2010 and 2014. In the NHL, he has been named to the All-Star team 7 times and has won the hardest shot challenge 7 times. 4 of the times with the Canadiens. Shea credits a lot of his success to his teammates. When describing his improvement in the NHL, Shea said, "It doesn't take long to play with those guys. They're so good, they help you out in all the areas of the game and make it easy on you." He clearly has the right attitude about hockey, which makes him the favorite player of many fans throughout the world, including me. Back to you in the studio.
Shea Weber is that good? Wow.
He's okay. He plays for the Canadiens, though. Yeah.
Now we'll pass over to Nathan to learn about basketball.
Thanks, Kenny. Are you tired of football, baseball, or soccer? Then you should play basketball. For those of you who don't know how to play basketball, it's a fun and easy sport that'll keep you active for years to come. In basketball, one of the most important rules is to keep the ball bouncing. This is the most basic skill you should learn before shooting and passing. Professional basketball is very popular in the world today. One of my most favorite players is Klay Thompson. He plays for the Golden State Warriors in the National Basketball League. According to hoopshype.com, he's a small forward and a power shooting guard. He has made about $32.74 million a season over his career so far. He has some pretty good teammates too. Players like Steph Curry and Draymond Green make his job a lot easier when he's on the court. If the thought of being a famous NBA star makes you want to learn to play, remember it all starts with the dribble. Back to you.
Well, I guess it is all about the dribble.
You're right, you have to start somewhere.
That's it for our program.
Thanks for watching WMRB News.
Hello, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Anastasia.
Welcome to WGOK.
Today's newscast will feature
Cole with Seals,
Nick with Preston Plays,
Georgia with Legos,
Anthony with Baby Yoda,
Anastasia with Global Warming.
and Kylie with Upreach.
This is exciting, don't you think so? Hello, are you excited?
Huh? Oh, kind of. I mean, I'm pretty excited for Cole talking about seals, so let's move on to Cole.
Thanks, Anastasia. Is your favorite animal endangered? Different species of all over the world are endangered. The species of seals are one of the most endangered animals. Sama ring seals, Hawaiian monk seals, Mediterranean monk seals, and Lax des Loups Marin's harbor seals are topping that list. Seals are friendly, furry animals. They mostly live in the Arctic, where some of their natural habitat is getting destroyed because of pollution and hunters. Humans have been hunting seals for centuries, but some websites are raising money to save the seals. According to sealsworld.com, over the next decade, we'll be seeing a reduction of all numbers of seals. Since seals only have one puppy annually and 15% of them will die, when the numbers get very low, it will be hard to get the seal population back up again. Seals usually live off of eating fish in the water. Seals have an advantage because of the design of their bodies to move fast in the water, but on land, not so much. As for me, I'm going to try to encourage people to stop hunting seals, especially the endangered ones. Back to you in the studio.
Bad hunters, bad.
Whoa, calm down. I know seals are dying out, but we might be able to help.
I guess you're right.
I am right.
Okay, let's see if you're right again.
Let's get on to Nick with Preston Plays.
Most 25-year-olds are trying to figure out their path in life. This is not the case for Preston Blaine Arsman. He was born on May 4th, 1994. He is known primarily for his Minecraft videos on YouTube. In most of his videos about Minecraft, his wife gets captured by a really annoying dude named Noob1234. He spends most of his videos trying to get her back. His commentary and gameplay provides hours of entertainment for his viewers. Preston currently has over 10 million subscribers. Can he help his wife escape? Back to you in the studio.
So you were right.
Yep, and I'm also right that Preston has over 10 million subscribers.
Okay, time for you to stop being right and for Jontra to tell us about the Lego company.
Okay, whatever.
Thanks, Callie. Have you ever wondered about the business that grew to an enormous company? That company is called Lego. Why was it created and how did it become a big business? Lego was created on August 10, 1932 by Earl Kirk Christensen, his son Godfred. He started a business in a mini shop in Londonderry. They created wooden toys, step ladders, and ironing boards. 2 years later, he decided to call his business Lego. In Danish, it's Lego, which means play well. In 1947, the company made an enormous purchase. It was to convert Lego into a world-famous household name. Lego purchased a plastic injection molding machine that could manufacture plastic toys quickly. A year later, the business grew rapidly. By 1948, Lego had about 50 employees. The product line had grown ably. They had Lego dogs, clothes hangers, numbskull jacks and goats, plastic balls, and wooden blocks. In 1949, Lego had been using this machine to manufacture around 200 different toys, which include automatic binding bricks, plastic fishes, and sailors. His purpose of the automatic binding bricks was to make kids think creatively, according to Cole. By 1953, the automatic binding bricks was renamed Lego bricks. Then in 1957, the interlock principle of Lego was born. Later in 1958, the studying coupling system was patented. Unfortunately, in the same year, Earl Christensen passed away, so son Godfred became head of the Lego company. In the early 1960s, Lego had gone global in sales in Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, France, Belgium, Germany, and Lebanon. In the next decade, Lego toys were available in more countries. By 1964, for the first time, customers could buy Lego sets. In 2015, Legos were sold to over 140 countries. Today, they make around 37 Lego sets per hour. Lego has filled kids' imagination how they want the world's most popular toys. What if Lego was created? Back to you in the studio.
Wow, can I work there?
Okay, stop. No, you can't.
Fine.
It would be cool to work there, though. Kylie,
Yeah?
can I be right again?
No.
Please?
No.
Too bad. Anthony's going next.
I think I realized that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I kind of did.
This is taking forever.
Okay.
Let's get on to Anthony with Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, cute new character in the Mandalorian show. Baby Yoda is one of the breakup stars of 2019. Baby Yoda from the Star Wars series Mandalorian, released on the streaming format Disney Plus. Baby Yoda steals the show with his cuteness. Although he appears to be a baby on the show, his character is really supposed to be 50 years old. I guess that's still a baby in Yoda years. Since appearing on the show, Baby Yoda has appeared all over the internet as a meme. And Baby Yoda is coming to Build-A-Bear. And can't wait to see what's next for Baby Yoda. To you in the studio back.
Baby Yoda is so cute, I can't stand it.
And he's 50 years old. How can that be?
I think it looks like dog ears.
Oh, now I get it.
It's getting hot in here. Did you turn on the heat?
I didn't. Maybe it has something to do with global warming.
Global warming? What's that?
Let me explain. Global warming started because of us. We littered, we killed many animals, we killed many fish, and that goes to show how much we don't take care of the earth. Global warming contributed to records for the hottest winter ever. I don't think that's such a good sign. So many animals are going extinct. Tigers, elephants, giraffes, and so much more. Recently, there were birds dying from all over the world, and to be exact, more than 20,000 birds have died. This is definitely not a good sign. Icebergs are melting and no one's helping. Don't you realize they keep the oceans alive? Cars are another problem that contribute to global warming. It's not just happening in one part of the world, it's happening in more than 90% of the world. You can prevent global warming by not littering, picking up trash, planting trees, not cutting down trees, and think twice before hunting an animal, especially an endangered animal. Since global warming started by us, we are the ones who must stop it. Activist Greta Thunberg also wants to stop global warming. I shouldn't be up here. I should be on the other side of the ocean in school. Yet all you young people come to us for hope. How dare you? She's right. Why don't you start helping the earth? Please save the earth and try to make a difference. Back to you in the studio.
Global warming is a huge problem.
Yes, it is, but there are ways to help.
Well, I definitely want to do my part.
We all should.
The Earth is not alone in needing help.
What do you mean?
People can use our help too.
Oh, that makes sense. Can you tell me more?
Sure.
Upleach is a therapeutic riding center, also known as a horse therapy ranch. Founded in 1992, the Upleach facility is a unique, welcoming environment where the focus is on possibilities, not disabilities. Upleach does way more than the typical therapy experience. They use a unique approach called hippotherapy to deliver results. Hippotherapy, if you didn't know, is an approach to physical therapy where the patient rides horses in order to address physical health. Upleach lets people ride from 3 years old to those who are young at heart well into their 90s. Most participants have varying degrees of cognitive physical behavior, physiological and sensory challenges. Some of these include autism spectrum disorders, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, intellectual learning disabilities, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and sensory integration processing disorders. When going to an equine therapy ranch, there are so many possibilities and benefits. Some benefits are that the horse becomes a rider's friend, it builds self-esteem, builds trust, and most of all, love and enjoyment. That's only benefits. There are way more possibilities. To start, it helps the disorders of the kids and adults. For example, say there's a person that is mobility challenged. The therapy horse and the staff help the person. Isn't that great? Parents at the therapy center swear by its effectiveness. Christine DeHanu says Upleach is a truly special place. It is a place where those who have daily challenges can relax and have fun. It is a place where they are not only included but thrive. It is a loving community that feels more like a family than a therapeutic center. Clearly, they have made an impact. So as you can see, this hopeful facility is such a great place to go to a visit. I hope you learned how important it is for people with disorders to get the help that they need. Back to you in the studio.
Upleach sounds like an amazing place.
It really is.
This newscast has given us plenty of information to think about.
It definitely has.
What was your favorite part?
Right now.
Why?
Because we're done.
That's it for our newscast. Thank you for watching WGOK.
Good morning and welcome to WMTN. I'm Lily.
Wait, I thought I was Lily.
Never mind. I'm Lily. No, I am. We can both be Lily.
Sure.
Today we have some interesting stories for you.
First up, we have Aubrey with Australian bushfires.
Then we have Cora with the top 5 endangered animals.
Then me with Live and Let Live Farm.
Followed by Anna with wacky underwater creatures.
Next is Lily with the High Hopes Foundation.
Lastly is Abby with random acts of kindness.
All right, Aubrey, let's hear about those bushfires.
Thanks, Lily. Do you know the reason millions of animals have died in Australia recently? In late December 2019, bushfires have destroyed over 12.35 million acres of land, demolished more than 2,000 homes, and killed 24 people. These fires have also affected some of Australia's largest cities, including Sydney and Melbourne. According to CNN, earlier in December, the smoke was so bad in Sydney that the air quality measured 11 times the hazardous level. Fire season in Australia is always dangerous, but with the bushfires, the firefighting conditions have been particularly difficult. These fires have destroyed a lot of places in Australia, but the most common area where the fires have occurred is on the East Coast. January 10th, people of Sydney, Australia held a climate protest. They made signs and posters to prove their points. There has also been a bunch of celebrities that donated to Australia's fires. Some of them were Selena Gomez, Kylie Jenner, Pink, Keith Urban, Nicole Kidman, Hugh Jackman, and many more. Hopefully they will get the fires under control soon and the residents of Australia can live a safe and happy life. Back to you in the studio.
Aw, I hope those animals are okay.
Me too.
Hey, did you hear about the Sumatran elephant?
Oh yeah, I heard they're going extinct.
Isn't there another word for that?
I think so.
Okay, Cora, it's time for you to tell us about endangered. Oh, that's the word. The top 5 endangered animals.
Thanks, Lily. Do you like animals? Well, what if I told you that one of your favorite animals might be endangered? Lots of animals we don't even know are endangered. That means that we need to start saving them so that they don't go extinct. Starting off with number 5, the Sumatran elephant. The Sumatran elephant has been endangered for about 75 years. In the past 25 years, they have lost 70% of their habitat due to palm oil plantations and human settlement. According to One Kind Planet, there are about 2,000 Sumatran elephants left in the world. In 2011, the Sumatran elephant was classified by IUCN as critically endangered, which means they are facing an extremely high risk of going extinct in the wild. Number 4, the orangutan. The orangutan has lost 80% of its habitat in the last 75 years. The numbers of orangutans have dropped over half their amount in the last 60 years due to mass deforestation. The orangutan is also critically endangered. There are only about 6,600 orangutans left in the world. Also, they are the most endangered great apes in the world. Number 3, sea turtles. There are 2 types of sea turtles that are endangered, hawksbill turtles and leatherback turtles. In the past 100 years, the hawksbill turtle has lost 90% of its population. 80% of that was lost in the past 10 years because of habitat destruction. IUCN placed sea turtles as critically endangered. The leatherback turtle is placed as vulnerably endangered. There are about 2 million sea turtles left in the world. Number 2, the gorilla. There are 2 gorillas that are critically endangered, the Cross River gorilla and the mountain gorilla. They have been endangered since 1996. They are endangered because of poaching and human destruction. There are 200 to 300 Cross River gorillas and 900 mountain gorillas left in the world. Number 1, the Amur leopard. Since 1996, the Amur leopard has been critically endangered. They are hunted for their fur and are endangered due to human settlement. There are less than 60 Amur leopards left in the wild. As you can see, a number of factors come into play when it comes to endangered animals. It's important to pay attention so we do not lose these wonderful creatures. Back to you in the studio.
You hear that, viewers? Help animals!
Yeah, help them.
Do you know a good place to get a guinea pig?
I know a great place. It's where I got both of mine.
Oh, really? Tell me about it. I'm all ears.
Thanks, Lily. Live and Let Live Farm is a sanctuary that helps hurt and unloved animals. They have saved many animals from abusive and cruel owners. The volunteers there work very hard to keep the farm clean, to care for the animals, and keeping the animals healthy. This rescue farm was founded in 1996. It started with only 4 horses, and now it has increased to more than 60 horses, as well as many different animals. There was one rescue that was a situation with hoarders. They found many animals there and even 16 guinea pigs. The people that lived there would take in animals and say that they brought them to
to a shelter, but instead they kept the critters in their home with no food or water. The farm is located on 20 Paradise Lane in Chichester, New Hampshire. Almost every Sunday they have a tour around the whole property at 2 p.m. If you're looking for more information, check out their website, livingatlivefarm.org, but be sure to donate to help out. I'm Lillian Baroud, and that's all for today. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, thanks for that tip.
That was really corny.
Oh, corny alert. There will probably be a lot of those, folks.
And they'll all be you.
I know.
You're wacky. No offense, though.
Just like some animals. Next we have Anna with wacky underwater creatures.
Thanks, Lily. Have you ever come across a picture of an animal that looks like it's from a science fiction movie? Our world is filled with plenty of creepy critters that look like they're from outer space, especially if you dive down into the ocean. The first creepy creature is called the blobfish. Blobfish live in the deep waters of southern Australia. Did you know no one has ever actually seen a blobfish eat? However, scientists believe that it feeds on crabs, sea urchins, sea pens, and shellfish. But boy, do they look, well, gross. The next creature is called the Dumbo octopus. Now this creature gets its name from its extra large ears. They can grow over 5 feet long. They can change color but do not produce ink like the other octopi do. Call me weird, but I find this one oddly cute. The third creature is called a red-lipped batfish. The red-lipped batfish is a carnivore. They eat shrimp, crabs, and other small fish. It looks like the red-lipped batfish got his hands on Kylie Jenner's lip kit. Last is the goblin shark. The goblin shark gets its name from a Japanese demon. It prefers really deep water. Did you know that some movie monsters were based on the goblin shark because they are so scary? Animals like these really make me want to remain safely on land. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Now back to you in the studio.
Oh, I hope that red-lipped batfish is on the lookout or I'll have Kylie Jenner to deal with. Oh, sorry. Corny alert.
Oh, yikes. Watch out, batfish.
Hey, are you listening to music?
Oh,
Hey, what are you listening to?
Sorry, High Hopes.
Oh, you know there's a charity called High Hopes?
Next is Lily with the High Hopes Foundation.
Thanks, Lily. High Hopes is a New Hampshire nonprofit organization that helps chronically ill and disabled kids in many ways. High Hopes grants these kids hopes, which are like wishes, and gives them an experience they will never forget. These hopes could be things like trips to Disney, meeting Tom Brady, getting a dog, and so much more. High Hopes also donates tools and things that kids like this will need in school and at home. The truly amazing thing is that High Hopes does all that with just the money that gets donated to them from individual people. Also, this charity wasn't created by a big business or an important government person. In 1983, it was created by a mom whose child had a severe illness. A kind man helped them go on a trip to Disney World, and the mom and her friend decided they wanted to pay it forward. Now they have helped so many kids and changed so many people's lives for the better. According to highhopes.com, they even host and have events for families just for fun. If you like activity, you might like some of their exciting themed runs like the Monster Dash 5K, or if you're more of a party animal, parties like the Pirate and Princess Festival might be more your speed. Did I mention food? There's a few food festivals too. Check out the Bacon and Beer Festival and the Wine and Cheese Festival. If you're interested in getting involved, check out their website, highhopes.com. That's where you can donate and volunteer or participate in one of their fun events. Just remember, everything and anything helps. I'm Lily McKinney with High Hopes Foundation. Thank you for listening, and back to you in the studio.
That's awesome how they help so many kids.
I know, the people there are like superheroes. Hey Lily, are bees kind?
Why do you ask?
Because, corny alert, people keep telling me to be kind.
Well, it has a good message, I guess.
So does Abby's story about random acts of kindness. Let's hear it, Abby.
Thanks, Lily. Have you ever done an act of kindness before? If you haven't, you should. People around the world are taking part in random acts of kindness. It's a movement that encourages people to be kind to others. It's a great way for people to help out those who may be struggling in their communities. 4-year-old Austin Purine of Birmingham, Alabama learned that there were people in the world that were both homeless and hungry. He decided to do something about it. Donning a cape and going by President Austin, he asked his parents to take the money they used to buy Austin toys and use it to get turkey sandwiches for the poor. As he handed them out, he said, "Never give up hope." My next story is from a community in Texas that bought a car for a man that walks 3 miles to work every day. After seeing Justin Corvo walk in the 95-degree weather, Andy Michael decided to pull over and give Justin a ride. The conversation leads to Justin saying he walked to work every day because he couldn't afford a car. Andy felt bad, so he set up a donation box in a local restaurant, and he was able to buy Justin a 2004 Toyota Camry with gas and paid for his insurance. As you can see, people everywhere are helping in their communities. Random acts of kindness don't have to cost thousands of dollars either. You can participate with a simple compliment or volunteer at a shelter or food bank. No matter what you choose, it's a great way to make the world a better place. Back to you in the studio.
So touching.
Corny alert. Wow, that was a great news day. Lots of action.
Lots of fun and corniness too.
See you next time, and thank you for watching WMTN. Bye!